She just wanna work and pay her bills. Fuck up on a man who keep it real.
That's right.
She just want her girls to know the deal.
They do.
She just told her boss just how she feel.
Fuck you.
She just hit the club up on a Thursday. Told the bartender I ain't feeling thirsty. Took a couple shots just like it's her birthday. Hit the tree.
What's good, y'all? This your girl, Miss JLH, and welcome back to another episode of We Don't Sip Tea, We Drink Wine. Now we have another dope-ass episode for you today. I have my girl, Ashley Mozingo, right? I said it right.
You got it.
Yeah, okay. Mozingo in the building, okay? Yes. Coach Mozingo, NBA, everything, all of that. Introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are, where you from, what you about.
Yay! I am so excited to be here. My name is Ashley Mozingo. I go by Coach Mozingo. That is on the account of I am a certified life coach. I love helping creatives like get to goal, to success. So that is something that I love to do outside of writing. My home base is North Carolina, but I am all over the map. I feel like I could be anywhere at any time. But North Carolina has my heart. And man, I mean, where do we go from here? Like,
Well,
I just got some lines in my head. Like, where do we go from here? It's just in my head. Like,
well, you do a little more than that. I mean, you do have your own media company. You feel me? You out here in these streets.
you know, there are a couple of hats I wear that I'll talk about. I'll talk about like my three categories. You know, because I feel like when you are someone that has like multiple interest and hats and talent, sometimes that question can get like, "Ooh, what do I do?" Right?
That's
so a lot of how
we Gemini, right? Gemini in the building. We
because
does
I'm everything.
we do it all.
I'm just gonna say I do everything.
Everything. And we're good at everything. Okay. Period.
So my day to day, I operate a design agency with my wife, Well Made. In that we work with a host of different brands, from marketing and website development, logos, branding, all that fun stuff. We get to connect with a wide range of businesses. So that in itself is exciting because we get to work with so many independent brands.
Awesome.
So when I am not wearing my marketing hat, I am wearing my journalism hat. And I have, within the last 2 years, been operating and building NXUS Media. That's NXUS.net. And it is a platform that has been building that is able to house just a space for women, Black women, and their intellectual thoughts on art, music, and sharing their creative direction. So that has been bubbling and brewing for the past 2 years. I'm excited for it to continue to bubble and brew. I definitely have the visions of a writer studio and having all of that together for it. So yeah, those are my houses right now, my Hogwarts houses. Marketing and writing right now.
Yes. Which one is your favorite? Which one is like the one that you love to do the most?
I think so I'm gonna say this, and it's very Gemini of me, right?
Yeah.
But it's the marketing aspect of both, really.
Okay.
So marketing in the agency sense of like working with brands and businesses, and then marketing nexus. Like I was looking at the stat reports the other week, and the audience is split. So that was exciting. I was like, okay, so because what I really wanted to make sure I did is not create a pink platform just because it was women related. And so the audience is diverse, and that's what I wanted in the grand scheme of things. And also, we are reaching, the young folk, right? We got some 18 to 24-year-olds, so a large majority of our audience is that age group, and that's also something I wanted, because I am an old head that do believe the children are the future. That is me. I'm ready to be on the front lines with the young people. Like the high schoolers is out there protesting. I'm like,
I'm actually that too, to be honest. I don't know if that's a Gemini thing. Maybe I'll attribute it to
maybe.
that, but I don't
Like
know.
I
I'm
help
that
rally the
too.
people, but I don't
Me
want to be.
too.
I'm done with the front line, right?
Me
So I'm
too.
gonna help you. I'm gonna help organize what you need for
Facts.
your movement, right?
Yeah, I want to
Everybody
print
gotta
out
have that,
papers. I want to do pass out lemonade. You feel me?
right? Right.
Maybe
I mean, it's
drive
a
a
lot.
bus. Maybe not a bus because I can't drive a bus.
Say something inspiring every now and again, and
Yeah, I
you
want to be one of those. I want to be the support of the group.
So yeah, I
Facts.
love the marketing part. I love like connecting with just a wide variety of people, and sharing just a wide variety of stories.
Yes, me too, me too. That's like one of my favorite things to do is to share stories because I think it's so important, especially now with the way everything is going with our climate, the climate of our country. I think it's super important for us to share stories, share our stories, share the stories of our ancestors. I think we're starting to lose some of that actually. So, what stories have you been focusing on lately? What is some of your passions?
So lately, I have been into like cinema art. So the art of cinema. I've really been. So what kicked it off? I was reading earlier this year. I want to say it's called Playing in the Dark. It's Toni Morrison's Playing in the Dark, I think.
Okay.
And basically it's a shorter read, but she goes into how media and how art influences how we see and view people in the world, which is something that we know, right?
Mm.
But she takes it into a perspective of how we view Black bodies, and how we just kind of lose the humanness when we separate things, or we like subjugate things to like groups. So in that, it had me start watching things from a perspective of like, oh, well, I wonder why it was important for the director to shoot it at this angle. Or I wrote a recent review on opiates because it's spooky season. We love a good little spooky list. So I've
Mhm.
been been getting my brave bearings up, because I don't really like horror or thriller.
Really? Oh, girl, that's my favorite genre.
It be jumping so bad. Like
I love it
if
so
I can stop
much.
sustaining injuries, I might like it more.
It's my favorite. I
And
love
then I
being
jump, and now
scared.
I got a crick. Now I got
Oh
a
my
crick
god.
because I done jumped too bad.
See, and I jump all the time, and I still just love it. I love it so much.
It's like a thrill. Like it's
Yeah,
exciting. It's
it
exciting.
is.
So in reviewing that film, I one of the things I noticed, and this is just from the importance of cultural critique, right? Because I think that's another piece that's missing from a lot of our media. Is it's just this like very harsh, opinionated, rah rah this, and then some type of like sensational, like something that doesn't even have to do with what the topic is.
Yes.
With that piece that addresses, like, for instance, in opiates, one of the things I was interested in is when the women would die, the scene would be longer, but when the men died, the scenes were shorter.
I
So in
actually
my
did
mind,
not notice that.
see, so in my mind, I'm like, I wonder what influences that decision in kind of in like elongating the death of the woman characters. And some of the woman characters that were a little bit more brutal, like one girl was like getting like murked, like stabbed, but like somebody else was just like like a male character would just get shot. So even the contrast in how the murders were happening, it's like where those choices come from? How do we? Is this a woman thing? Like we know how y'all feel about women, but is this or not? Like where are those pieces? Like when I finished listening to Bell Hooks Talking Back, and at the end where she starts kind of just doing her cultural critique of She's Gotta Have It. And just like, if Spike Lee's, agenda was to promote kind of like women body independent sexuality, why would she say that's not her kitty? Like, so just certain things of like, let's really like look at art and creation from that type of perspective and encourage. It's that critical thinking piece, which is not something people want to encourage a lot.
No, I think this is a good point that you bring up, because been having these discussions lately with even other creators. So I recently spoke with a poet, Ashley Hayes, and I just talked about philosophy and how we're kind of losing. I just that deep thinking of wondering about other things other than ourselves. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of life, or what's our purpose in life, or just those questions that we don't ask anymore, or just beyond of what we're seeing and just a clear understanding of things. Because there may be other points of views. So you're absolutely right. I love
It's
that.
important. Like those perspectives are important for just the advancements of thought. One. it's
Yeah. And I feel like we are losing that, but do you feel like we're losing that due to entertainment itself, being that it's mainly online, or are we losing that due to social media? Like, what do you feel like that's about?
I be about to get in trouble all the time.
I'm screaming. Say it, sis. Don't hold back.
Because I have big beef with institutions. I have big beef with a lot of things that people would feel sensitive if I were to say a blanket statement, right? That and I'm just going to say this as a blanket statement, right? HBCUs are failing,
Okay.
right? If I say that and someone asks me what I mean, I would say, well, I think that we could be doing a better job of preparing our students to be a little bit more civic education, like some type of something that prepares us for this type of environment.
I agree.
I don't see a lot of I don't see a lot of philosophy classes being pushed.
Right.
It is a lot of like, oh, we have this mobility, but it is feeding a corporate giant that that's never full. First of all, it's like, yes, we can prepare our students to, be the next corporate leaders, but what are we doing to prepare them to be the next world leaders? What are we doing? Because that was a place for like our HBCUs were a place for resistance. They were a place for organization. And I feel like a lot of that has left a lot of our institutions. So like I would be like, there has to be a collective responsibility, like from professors, advisors, alum, like, hey, like, why are we still having issues with attendance to some of our games, our sporting games, right? Like, go to the games, y'all. Like, all right, you can't give your yearly payback yet, because Lord knows I ain't touching my loans.
Yeah.
them not getting touched.
I feel you.
But you know, pull up to the game or two. You know, there are things that we can be doing to inspire and prepare. I won't even say inspire, actually. I'll move from inspiration to preparedness. And we gotta start helping, like, even to the like, just talk to, I think talking to the youth is even just a start. Like pulling up to a college and saying, hey, what y'all got going on? What's good? Because they in this.
You make a really good and valid point, and honestly, this is something. Oh my God, are we Geminiing today? This is a thought that I've been having for a while. Like, there's such a disconnect between the generations. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like all the time we'll be like, oh, well, we had it worse in this generation, or this generation has it easy, or blah, blah, blah. But either way, we're not talking to each other to know where the disconnect is, who's having it easy, who's really having it hard. You know, how do you even really know what I'm going through if you don't really talk to me and know what's going on in my life or whatever? And I do feel quite often when we look at different generations, like I know, for instance, my friends' moms and my mom and stuff like that, you know, they still see me as that little girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown ass woman, 37. You feel me? Like, please talk to me nice.
Skinny shoulders, like
Like, come on. I ain't grown as fuck. Like,
collarbone is out. Like, what do you mean?
yeah. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. So when I cuss, let me cuss. I mean, I understand we shouldn't be cussing around our elders, and I do try not to. But we need to stop that, because I heard my mama cuss around the elders. Okay, so that's not act funny.
Where's the brand new this coming from?
I literally learned it from you, ma'am.
It's like, I remember you when you were 30, dog. Like, I remember.
Like I wasn't there. I wasn't doing half the things you were doing. But I digress.
And you was doing what you was doing with me.
Okay. You feel me? Hands being thrown and everything. Like, I'm chill.
That's silly.
But I do think the generations need to talk to each other. So I love that point that you brought up so much. Girl, what kind of stories are you looking for in Nexus? Like, I mean, what kind of stories do you feature? I just want to talk about that really quickly before we move on to our next thing.
Yes. So primarily right now it is hip hop, sports, business, and then like arts and entertainment.
Okay.
Anything that is Nexus is interested in cultural perspectives, interested in personal perspectives. I want it to be a place where no one has to try to fit into like any type of like category, right? So if you are someone who primarily writes concert reviews and you want to try a book review, right? Like you've never, I want to encourage like people to writers and just thinkers who are not afraid to say what they got to say and say it how they gonna say it. Because Nexus is a platform for you to say what you want, how you want to, as long as it's not harming anybody.
Yeah.
So
That.
if harm's not involved, we good. But and if it's uplifting Black women, is it's a yes, it's a 10s for me.
I
So
love that. Yes. Yes, it's one of my favorite platforms. I love what you're doing with it. I love the content on it. And yeah, I especially love the highlight of women's basketball because I don't really watch women's sports. I don't watch sports at all, actually. So let's not just down that to just women's. Okay? Well, I don't watch nobody doing nothing.
Because I'm here for the vibes.
Yeah,
I love sports vibes, so I like sports energy. Like I was
okay.
like a sports girly in high school. Like I'm pulling up to the football, basketball games. I
Same.
want to be rah rah.
I'm an energy girl.
I'm
Yeah.
hollering at
Same.
refs too. Like that's the part I love. I didn't know no rules
Me
actually.
neither.
I just learned. I am currently learning the rules of basketball.
Oh my gosh. Really? I thought you
I'm
just
like forward,
knew.
guard.
Oh
Okay,
my
like
gosh. Okay, so the rules of basketball I know. The rules of football, it's a little iffy still. It's still touching up.
no. They got a lot of scenarios.
Yeah. Yeah. Touch on play. I don't know. All that other shit. It's just too much. Be throwing flags. I don't know.
So they say nap music is back. Sunday nap music.
Yes,
That
like
football music get to going.
I
It's
hate
long.
football season because it's just like the football fans are annoying. They're worse than basketball fans. Like they're
Yes.
annoying. So I don't
Yes.
like football season.
You would think people are like on these squads.
Girl.
Like
And it's not just like national football. It's literally college football too. These
that's
niggas
worse than
they're annoying.
I'm just
They annoying.
I'm like, y'all get out these kids' business.
Annoying. You ain't been in that school in 50 years. You annoying.
Some ain't never been.
Girl, yes, right.
Like, how did you
You just
decide
live
to
in
choose
the
to stay in
town.
this college? Like,
Girl, that's why I hate the
you a
South. Because you
Tennessee
know,
fan.
girl, these Southern, oh God, they piss me off.
You out here rooting for Alabama. What?
Girl, don't even live in Alabama.
What do we go?
I hate it so much. I hate it. I can't. I just can't wait for it to be over. I'm just waiting for the Super Bowl. Just want it to be done.
You know, my
Yeah.
favorite part of football season.
Yeah. But I do see y'all highlight women's basketball a lot. What made you want to focus more on women's sports than men? Typically.
Accessibility, like the access to it. I hadn't realized how not visible women's sports was.
Yeah.
Um, and after we got the league pass, which is how we were able to watch a lot of the WNBA games. I was like, we're going to share more on this. So anybody who has, I've had people, submit articles about different teams, different coaches. However, we can add to the space that shares what's going on, whether it's about the pay disparities, whether it's about the new leagues forming in spite of, because of how the business part of the WNBA has been ran. It became important to share that. And it was also a pride thing that started to come in as the Olympics was happening last year, and starting to share like people, the women from different countries, like the Black women from France and the Black women from like these different places that are winning these medals on behalf of their countries. And then it just expanded to women's soccer. Like there are like all of these things that deserve just as much attention. Like when we have like little girls, nieces and nephews, and we're encouraging them to play sports, we have to support those sports.
Yeah.
So like let's whatever we can do. Now it's still hard. Some of the games are still annoying to try to catch because maybe they're just on ESPN. Like they're just now getting the what's it called? Not licensing deals or the airing deals, I guess. Broadcasting deals. They're still working some of those out with the league. So it's
Oh,
like, how you
wow.
not even
Wow, I didn't know that.
how you not even airing stuff?
Yeah, but they
Then
playing. But so how's it you supposed to watch it?
it's hard. Some games
Oh,
are hard.
wow.
Without the league pass, some stuff is on Disney, so you have to have a Disney account to watch certain games. Some stuff is still aired on local television. Like some people,
Wow.
yeah, it's like not as widely available. So with
Okay.
that, I was like, well, at least the our part can be reporting on it. And even if you can't watch it, you can catch up on some of the players or see. It's also important to show what else they have going on, right? Like if they have their own like foundation or business venture, like we want to share like those stories and stuff too, to show just how diverse and how wide most of our bag go. We got some deep bags. It's a bag
Yeah.
inside a bag inside a
Facts,
bag.
facts, facts. Yeah. What do you think that WNBA could do to give more coverage to the women of the league? Because I mean, it has become more popular and popping over the years. Especially I've noticed that although okay, so fun fact, I did used to be a big basketball girly, okay? Okay,
Ooh.
so I didn't used to I don't like sports at all now. But back in the day, sports was my jam and basketball was it for me. So I watched men and women's, you feel me? And I was in there like swimwear. I was on and popping. I had a lot of favorites. You feel me? So yeah, I loved it. But back in the day, it really wasn't anything a lot of people talked about. You know, you knew some players, and if you knew, you knew. But now you hear a lot of big names. You feel me? So, what do you think the WNBA could do now to have more coverage? I guess.
I think they're working on it. I think that their their parent company,
Could do a better job.
yeah, has to stop treating it like uh
Stepchild, redheaded
after
stepchild.
school program. Mhm.
Black kids.
they have to stop. They have to stop treating that business venture like an after school program,
Yeah.
and giving it the things that it needs because they these athletes aren't even asking for equal pay.
Pay. I know.
They're not even asking for equal. They just say, "Hey, can we get something?" Some of these women
Right.
are getting paid 70K.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
then you had the nerve to add more games
Yeah.
to the league because of the popularity, right? They added more games
Wow.
to their season. And now there are these rolling announcements of these new leagues that are either returning to cities or getting new ones, right? Toronto's supposed to be getting a team. Yep,
What?
Philly's supposed to be getting a team. Detroit's getting a team. Um, I think it's one more. I think it's one more. It's supposed to be between now and 2030. They're supposed to be expanding the league. And that's great. However, you still have current teams and facilities that need support. Like a lot, we've been to two facilities so far. We've been to two arenas. Um, we've been to three arenas. Only one of them is near a like hospital, right? So there you have to think about things like recovery and training. And if the all the players don't have quick access, because their facility doesn't have it. Like some of them don't even have their own merch. They got little table pop-ups. Like the arena got a little table set up in there for the merch.
Oh my
Whereas
God.
some of the arenas have a full-blown fan shop. So
Yeah.
it's like, let's work on getting the facilities up to date and making those safe across the board before we like doing the money grab. Oh, everybody get a team. Everybody get a
Right,
team.
right, right.
And just they all they asking for is for a little bit more money. Cause they know y'all not gonna give them hundreds of millions like you get them in. They know
Right.
that. They know that. They're like, hey, this is y'all are using our names, images to make money for this organization. The men of the organization get a certain percentage of the NBA. We would just like a certain percentage of the WNBA. And everybody like, whoa, like they asking for doggone the keys to the White House.
That's
Like,
crazy. It's
so
crazy.
this I think everybody's trying to work on it. I think they need to figure out something soon because I don't think they realize that these younger generations are really about that life
Yeah.
and they won't go to the league.
Yeah.
Like they know they can make more money playing for this league somewhere else. They don't
Yeah.
have to go to the
To do
W.
it. Yeah, no facts. I think we're a generation now of millennials and whatever's after us, that's learning our worth more than anything. Like,
Mhm.
fuck this job. I can get another job. The same way I got this one. I'ma always be good. God got me.
Work
My
it out.
okay.
Always working it out.
Ancestors be looking out like a mug. Okay. So yeah, I love that about us though. That's like one of my favorite things. We not taking no shit. So okay, well, I hope everything comes together because I've been complaining about this for a long time. I've been saying this for years. They should have been paying these women what they should have been paying them. You feel me? They should have been had equal pay. I've been saying it for so long. People been shitting on me talking about how I don't know anything. I don't even watch sports. Okay, but I'm not an idiot.
Like they still going to work, right? That's still their job.
I mean, and I knew that the NBA owned the WNBA. So if you got the money to do what you do for the men, then why can't you do it for the women? So I just didn't want to hear that argument because it was bullshit. Because it's like, I don't want to hear that. Y'all sound stupid. Not enough people watching. Not enough people go to the games. I don't give a fuck. That's not their job to worry about. That's the NBA and the WNBA's job to worry about,
Do
not
you
the
know how many
players.
sports teams don't fill up their stadiums
And I
often?
wanted to say, I should have said that, and I've never said that either. Because I mean, how many people are still seeing Denver like that?
Like because every now and again I'll allow myself to get into it with somebody, and their argument to me was if the team isn't doing well, it should get axed.
Right.
And I said, okay, do you know that the Las Vegas Aces, the WNBA team, is the only sports team that has bought Vegas a championship? The Raiders hadn't bought nothing since they've been built.
I forgot they had the Raiders. I didn't
You
even
don't see
think
them
about
popping.
the Raiders. I didn't even know that was a part of Vegas.
Women have brought Vegas their only sports championship.
That's good because that's the only one they ever gonna get.
You said they better savor it.
The only one, never again.
They need to be in the stands. Shouting for Agent Wilson.
They need to treat their women better.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
crazy. Mm.
Yes.
Well, shout out to the ladies out here doing their thing, showing up,
Yes.
men up. Okay, let's wrap up this year, this summer. It's been a wild ass year
Mm.
so far. It's definitely been a wild summer. Girl, this past week has been crazy, actually.
It has been a whirlwind of just reality.
And I don't like talking about white people on my platform for real, but especially a white man. But I just could not believe, I can't believe what's happening right now regarding this white man. I just, one of my old friends, and I say old friends because she doesn't know she an old friend, but now she should know with this podcast. But
Yeah, but okay.
one of my old friends, she gonna have, because she tried to add me back on Facebook, but I didn't add her because I knew she voted for Donald Trump. She's a white girl, but she gonna have "I am Charlie Kirk" as her profile picture, and I was like, "Oop, delete," because you're not gonna piss me off.
You know what's been getting me? The title of activist.
Mm.
I
And
said,
martyr.
those some big words.
Oh man.
Those big words come with some big targets.
What's that nigga name that was the leader of the Ku Klux Klan? Duke something, right? I just felt like that's who we talking about right now. Like, is this where we're at? That the KKK is literally on a higher pedestal than Mother Teresa? And she wasn't shit either? So that's not even a great example?
It ain't that my head either.
I
It's
should
like
have said Beyonce.
I said the headline said conservative activists. And I said, those are some two words that y'all just put together. I said you can be very much entitled to your opinion and values because people have some interesting ones. You when you cause harm, I just think there's a level of preparedness that comes with that type of lifestyle. Like no one should, at least in my personal opinion, if you are going to lead a politically vocal life, history has taught us that makes you a target if
Yeah,
you are very vocal about your political views.
I agree. I agree. Also, I just feel like you have to be on the right side of shit. Like at the end of the day, I just think you have to be a decent fucking human being. And I feel like if your opinions and values are rooted in ignorance and hate,
Hmm.
then they're not valid to me. They don't matter and you don't matter. Therefore, let the cards fall as they will on your life. Like I don't know what to
They
say.
they love people for less. For
I
less.
just we gonna wrap this up in like 10 more seconds because like I just wanted to say that I just didn't give a fuck.
It's like it's the extremes of which this has become this like
A
national
thing.
like figurehead. How did we get there?
Girl. And
I know how we
ooh,
got there.
what I really want to, yeah, that's crazy. What I really want to talk about is how the politicians, so you saw a lot of liberal politicians saying, rest in peace to him and calling out the violence, how this country's no place for it and stuff like that. You saw a lot of them taking the high road pretty much. How do you feel about that? What is that for you? Because even in this season, it feels like there's no checks and balances. It feels like we don't even have a Democratic Party anymore, for real. So, what does that mean to you as a black person, as a Democratic voter? Because I know we, be on the right side of history, screaming.
Yeah. Like, I think it is, ain't nothing wrong with being a decent human, right? Ain't nothing wrong with being a decent human being and valuing life. We're supposed to. However, there was people like to act like God and Jesus and them weren't choosing sides. They were choosing sides. They were not on the side of any type of oppressive or regressive nature. That's not the type of time. So, yes, I can acknowledge the life, but no, I don't have to agree with your position on how you view things. Like, already, if we have to have already, if a lot of things I do now, right, before I'm about to engage in conversations with someone who doesn't look like me, do you see me as a human being? It's always like, a what you mean? Do you see me as human? Because if you don't, we're not going to be able to have a very like progressive conversation.
Right.
Because you already have devalued me either based on my womanhood, my queerness, my blackness, my like you already decided that everything has been muddled
Right.
because of this. So are you even seeing me as someone that is also human, engaging in thought and conversation?
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna say people people flee their countries all the time if it's unsafe. And I think if there's a climate of unsafety, I think America's done a great job of making it seem like it's the only country in the world, and isolating people from expanding thoughts and views. It is not uncommon for people to have a home somewhere in another country. They said the Pope. This is my favorite fact. The Pope, the new Pope, the one from Chicago,
Yeah.
lived in Argentina for 18 years.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, like lived in Argentina, lived like had a whole life
I thought he was from New Orleans.
everywhere. That's the point. Everywhere you like, you are not confined.
Yeah, he
if
been
this
out here.
if this space is not safe, you maybe right, because every country is gonna have their things. Are they saying this? I need to see some more reports because I was also watching something, and it was some people, it was on BBC, and they were like, this is just not the America I'm used to. And I'm like, well, which one you used to? Like,
Right.
this kind of seemed on brand was happening for me.
Girl, and did you see that they started attacking well, they started sending death threats or threats to HBCUs after his death, and then also just recently they were talking online about how they found this kid, this black kid was found hung in on a university.
No, I hadn't heard that. I
This
heard
is
the
like
people.
just recently happened today. Delta State.
Oh, like
Yeah.
we another invitation to be with these students, right? Like when that happened, I remember like I got out when I saw the HBCU news. I said we have to talk to these young people.
Yeah.
I said, we may not know what to do because we experiencing it as well,
Yeah.
but they are in the middle of some stuff.
Yeah.
Like they are in one of the tense, most polarized, like climates that I have ever witnessed, because we've witnessed some political climates. We've seen a lot of eras.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, after 9/11, that was pretty terrible. I mean, you had xenophobia out the roof. You feel me?
Goodness.
Muslims was being attacked left and right. So you had a lot of Islamophobia going on at that time. But also, I grew up in the South, so I've been called the N word by my peers as a kid. So I had to learn those lessons on early. That white people just aren't nice. Even if they act like they're your friend, you should still give them side eye because they may not really be your friend. Like those are just those lessons that I was taught early on. But to close that off, I don't care about a life that's ignorant as fuck. That's me, and I'm gonna speak on my behalf. I don't give a fuck about a nigga that's talking crazy on God's green earth. I stand on justice, truth, and like morals and values that come behind empathy and just being kind to your fellow man. You know what I'm saying? I may not I think white people are evil, yes. But I still don't treat them like shit. You feel me?
Right,
You
right,
feel me?
right,
Like I don't move
right.
like that. So like at the end of the day, fuck him. Fuck anybody who saw it. Fuck anybody who went to his little thing. I don't give a
You
fuck that
have
y'all
to
saw
do
him get
about
shot. I don't give a fuck who's traumatized. I don't give a fuck about these churches who's called. I don't give a fuck about these cooning ass
that.
niggas talking about like I don't care. Y'all are
The
whack.
churches.
He's whack. Fuck him. Burn in hell. Like those are my words. Those are my final thoughts.
Like literacy and justice for all.
Yes, I think justice has been served. And then you got Candace Owens talking about some they're being hunted or whatever. Did you see that? Okay. And I don't want to talk about
Where
it either for real, but that's crazy. Who tried to stop y'all from talking, sis? Be for real.
where are we?
And then, mind
Where-
you, this was like a on Republican. This is white on white crime. So I don't understand why we're not going after more MAGA people because this is all MAGA doing MAGA shit.
Like they are representing the rights that you all are gung ho for. Like that's what's happening. You know that's what, like can't you see anybody? Like you can you still like can you see it? That's what we're like literally looking at it. Like we're looking at it. That is it is not just it's a not a distorted image.
Then schools just started back in school shootings galore. The year literally just started and there's been school shootings.
Like and there's just never an urgency to address the the nature of violence. We have to talk about the nature of violence that has just become an everyday.
Yeah.
That's another thing from that my Toni Morrison book. That Toni Morrison book I was reading. She was just like we've just how violence has just become something that's so like not alarming. It's not even alarming. It's like, no, this should be. That's why I was just like I said on Instagram. I was like, this is not normal, y'all. I don't know if y'all know, but this is not normal.
No, seriously. That's why whenever I go to other countries and people will be like, "Oh, you better be careful there." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Do you know where we're from?" Like, okay, I could get
It's
kidnapped
like I'm
here.
good. I'm not coming over here disrespecting nothing. So that's why I'm gonna be probably all right.
I'm gonna be good. I mind my business and I pay attention to my surroundings. Like I'm good. But I don't know, girl. It is a mess here. Like,
It's
ugh.
something at every turn. And I knew that. And I think as I got older and was able to understand how how much of the chaos is written into the code. And how it's like how much of the disease and the turmoil and the strife and the struggle is literally just a part of this recipe. Like when I looked up, I was so in thankfully for the past this is going on 3 years, we've been able to work for ourselves, right? We haven't had to work for anybody. We've been able to sustain, we've been able to still, celebrate birthdays, take care of nieces. I still do the things, still live a life without having to clock in for anybody, and
I
that
love
is
that.
amazing. We learned about business taxes and
Yeah.
stuff, and so we're, reading things and learning things that is not hard information. It is just new information. And I'm like, dang, like, why don't we know nothing about taxes? Like,
Yeah.
nothing. So I go to the library, check out a book. I was reading this book. It was called Taxes Are a Woman's Issue. And it was talking about, the how it affects the water supply and how it affects taxes affects the streets and what supplies your schools get. And it's just like, this stuff is everywhere. This stuff is
Yeah.
everywhere. And the tax companies that are here, like the H&R Blocks and the all the things, they pay people to make sure that other people who are advocating for civic knowledge and tax knowledge for its people, that those initiatives don't make it, right? They want people to fear and feel like taxes and anything money related is overwhelming so that they can continue to be in charge of all of that. And it's just like, it's it's tax codes that you can put in just for being a single parent.
Yeah.
But we don't even know that we can do that,
Yeah.
and it's just like, why don't we just help people? It's
Yeah.
other countries that tax education is a part of their like civil duties, that they
Yeah.
have to know a little bit about their tax education. Like,
Hmm.
why do we want people so disadvantaged? Is
Yeah.
what I don't be understanding.
I agree. I agree. But for a little tidbit for the people, I did take a tax class at an H&R Block. They reached out to me one time. I don't know how they got my
Yes,
information or how they reached out to me, but I did. They reached out to me randomly and asked me if I wanted to take it. It was absolutely free.
yes, what you learn?
Everything, how to do my taxes, and I do my own
That's
taxes.
good.
Yeah. But yeah, they gave you a free class. If you wanted to work for H&R Block after that or whatever, you could. But you got to learn, some basics or whatever, or just the how to do your taxes and stuff. And then also the
Yes.
library
The like,
offers depends. I mean, I don't know what every library in every county, city, or whatever offers. But I know in the cities and states that I've lived in, they've offered tax preparation or
yeah.
classes or stuff for free for stuff like that. So,
See,
check-
I love that. See, and why them ain't on billboards?
yeah, girl, they
Look,
don't advertise. They don't. They don't.
see,
Yeah.
I do appreciate that they have some type of initiative like that though,
But
because
see, I
that
didn't know H&R Block even did that. I don't even know how I got
yeah,
selected. That's why I'm like, I don't know how you can find out, but I just know that that happened for me one random year.
it's like I figured it out and now I've been doing
Hey,
it.
listen, I jumped on it because I love to learn.
It's important to know, like we still be having like y'all. It's I feel like at some point we have to realize we can stay, connected to our youth, but there's some type of social responsibility that kicks in as an adult. You're like, okay, if I'm choosing to live in this country, let me learn a little bit of something
No,
about
yeah.
being a citizen here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just think that since I was a kid, I've always liked to learn stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I hate that at the schools we've taken out things like home economics, technology, those extracurricular classes that we had that really expanded our knowledge outside of just learning in a book or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe I don't want to learn taxes. Maybe I want to learn how to build a house. You feel me? And we don't do that anymore. And I hate that.
Mhm.
And these shitty developments. Girl, why they got us paying so much money for stuff that's falling apart in like a month?
Falling apart. It's like we live in these new build apartments, and a little bit of crack. It was like a crack in the ceiling. We say, "Hey, it's a crack in the wall." They're like, "Oh, that happens when the building shifts."
It shouldn't be shifting, bitch. The fuck is you talking about? Shifting what?
This is
Is this platonic plates under the house? Like, what's going on?
You say this all the time, huh?
Yeah, like, and niggas just take it. They just take that answer. Well, why the fuck is that? Is there earthquakes continuously going on?
That's the default response that y'all got. Building them out of Play-Doh and the kits that you get from the toy aisle is what they using. They don't call the Three Little Pigs. Like these new builds, they really ought to be ashamed of
Girl,
what and the price point that they're putting.
it's shameful. I got a white refrigerator. Shit is wild. Why are we living like this? Give me back them $900 apartments, bro. Because this is not right.
That's what this is worth. That is what you have sold me. Like, I'm about to.
I have a white fridge. I'm in the 90s. 80s tops. Because my stove looks like it's from the 70s. I hate it so much. Everything's white and brown. I hate it. And I'm paying over $1,000 for that. It's sick. It's sick.
It's like y'all are like literally robbing us. Y'all are robbing us.
We not making enough noise. I want all of us to just stop paying our rent, bro. I really do. I really do. Because there's something wrong here. There's something wrong.
Like y'all are, first of all, y'all making stuff up as you go.
They making it up. You know they are.
I'm gonna die on the hill that I actually don't give a damn about that credit score. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care about that I am older than credit cards and credit scores. They came up with that, not like because no, you're not gonna convince me that this thing right here is now in control of my every fate for anything that I want here.
It is
I don't care. Because why did y'all give me a credit card?
No, for real.
Why I'm in JC Penney's? That was my first one, by the way.
Mine was Macy's.
Why you in there offering an 18-year-old a credit card?
Why would you give me that?
Why is that our model?
I got a cell phone bill, a credit card, internet in my name. Like, come on, what are you doing? I'm not responsible.
It's new, right? So my parents don't know about it either. So I'm thinking after I pay off my cards, I'm like, all right, shut them down. Everybody's like, no. Why y'all making up stuff that gets worse if I pay it off? Or like, what is this?
Girl, It sucks. Why? We don't have to live like this. I think
No.
about that every day. We
I'm about to
really don't
bet.
have to live like this.
I'm about to put some clothes in a little bag.
Little
I'm about to be out here on the street. I can't take it someday.
no, for real. Cause I'm
With
so
that red
tired.
shirt. Like I really